Hello. We are live. Hello, everybody. This is Evelyn of Evelyn's Creations. Thank you for coming on. I just want you to know that I got some good news for you tonight. One of our members just got our website, just got up and running. I'm so happy for her. Okay, everybody. This is Evelyn of Evelyn's Creations. The title tonight is What's in Your Bag? You have endless possibilities. That's endless possibilities. And I'm going to explain what that means. What's in your bag means that whatever you need, you already have. Just that simple. So when you go back and look at this, remember I tell you to always go back and watch the videos twice because we have active chats. And when we have active chats, that means I want you to be reading what other people are saying, what they're asking, so that you can get the full enjoyment of a live. I mean, a live is like, it's unedited. It's right there. You get to see what I'm doing, what I'm saying, and you get to react to it right away. Okay. So when I say what's in your bag, that means you have it. You got it. You got what it takes. And then you have endless possibilities. Now, when you have endless possibilities, I know it's hard to say, how do I have endless possibilities? Well, I'm going to show you what's in your bag so you can know how you have endless possibilities. So I got on a piece of fabric. This is 2 yards of fabric. I'm going to show you, we always try to show you how to do something nice and quick and that takes less than 30 minutes to make. Okay. So Constance always says, stand up. I'm gonna stand up. I got a little t-shirt that said queen, but this is just a piece of fabric that's cut round neck. Hold it like this, cut a circle and sew it down. Okay. And so what you have is you can make a shawl. This can be made out of any fabric whatsoever. Denim, cotton, corduroy, silk, whatever. Okay. It's a no-brainer. A straight stitch, round hem, a small facing. This can be made by anyone with a sewing machine in less than, I would say, 20 minutes. That's if you're going really, really slow, like 0 miles per hour. And this can be, depending on the quality of fabric, it can sell from 45 to 95 to on up, depending on the quality of fabric. So I want you to keep this in mind while I'm going through our live tonight. This can fold back. Okay. This does not require a pattern. I want you to look at a pattern, but not use a pattern. I want you to learn how to eyeball. Look at a pattern, look at design. Because when you look at a pattern and you look at a design, when you're walking around in your everyday life, you'll see somebody with something on and you'll say, I can make that. I can make that. Okay, I see what she's got on. So your creativity is everywhere. You can look at a tree and get creativity. You can look at a branch on the ground. You can look at a piece of art. It's everywhere. I mean, it's endless possibilities for creativity. Okay. So why do I say look in your bag? I have to start off with a story because if I don't start off with a story, I'm going to lose you. One time I was sitting in my accountant's office and I was like devastated because it was the end of the year and I felt like I didn't have any money. I felt like, oh my God, I worked all this time. I made all this money. Why don't I have any cash in the bank? Like I had some money in the bank, but I thought I should have a whole lot of cash. So this happened to me twice. It happened with me with my attorney, and it also happened with me with my accountant. And they said, first of all, they said, Evelyn, you know everybody. You know everybody. Everybody knows you because you're the only one sewing. You're the only one getting it back together for people. And I was like, I know everybody. Then he would say things and I'd rattle off, rattle off, rattle off, rattle off. And that come from being really into what I'm doing and having a service. And then he told this is what my attorney said. If you need any money, you just call a client. They'll buy something. You know the mayor, you know the TV broadcaster, you know everybody. You know everybody. You out, you're doing things. That didn't make me feel any better. Be honest with you. Then my accountant said, all of your money is around you. So he said, just like people have stocks and they have value and they have money, he said, what happened is you didn't lose your money. You invested your money. So all of your money is all around you. And I was like, wow. And then it says, look at when you make sales, how much inventory you have. See if you can miss the inventory. Like, for instance, if you have a cake and you eat a chunk of cake, you can see that chunk missing, right? Well, when you build your business and you make a lot of stuff, you can't see that it's gone. Because you're the ant. You keep working and you keep working and you keep working. And when you keep working, you see that, okay, that multiplied and that multiplied and that multiplied. So hold on. I'm going to call the roll call, but I want you to hold on for those who have to go, and I don't have a short time. Evelyn of Evelyn's Creations is an international designer that can take you to this. She can take you international. She can take your gift and she can take you international. Last week, I talked about how you throwing your pole right around your porch or right at the bank. Well, when you get with Evelyn's Creations and you start getting the coaching, whether it's on a payment plan or you pay in full, this is who you are servicing. The whole entire world. There's no place you can't go. There's no place that nobody can see you. Okay? So just stick with it. Just stick with it. Don't give out. Don't give up. Whatever you're going through, don't give up. Now come back when you finish what you're doing and look at the entire video, because I got so much for you. I got some good news for you. Okay. I suggest everyone have a globe, have a map that shows everything. So as you're getting your coaching and as you're getting your websites up, as you're getting your things up, I want you to start putting a pin. I sent a gift over here. And I say gift, people may buy from you because they're buying a gift. I want you to start putting those pins all around the states, the countries that you're selling to. And you're going to say, wow, I thought I was just by myself. No, those people around the world, around the country are looking for you. So how are they going to find you? I am your connector. I'm your connector to get you where you want to be so you can have some comfort. Why am I drilling this so hard? The reason being is because times are changing. Times are changing and we got to get prepared. You got to get prepared for the unknown. Remember last week we was at $3 and something for gallon for gas? Well, today I saw it at $4.15 per gallon. So you didn't know what it's going to be tomorrow, right? So it can't not stifle your growth. Okay, we're gonna do roll call, everybody. This is Evelyn of Evelyn's Creations. I have to first let you know who's making this channel possible. And the ones who are making this channel possible, I want you to raise your right hand, give yourself a pat on the back, and say, I support this channel. The more people that support this channel, the more you will know, because you're going to ask questions and you're going to give testimonies and you're going to send photos of what you're going through. And it helps all of us grow. Okay. The number that you can call for coaching is 407-590-8767. That's 407-590-8767. So grab a seat. Come on, let's talk to and let's appreciate everybody who got what we say, they got some skin in it. I'm a country girl, okay? So I'm not an AI. I had to tell a client yesterday, I am not an AI. She said, you sent me a message. I said, no, I didn't. That's AI. When I send you a message, you'll know. Sometimes my grammar's not correct. Sometimes my spelling not correct. But I'll give you my phone number and it is correct. And you can find me and talk to me. And you can put a pin on my stores, okay? That's a real person that does real business with real people. Commercial break before I call the names. Okay, these are some members. And I want you to know how much I appreciate you. And you know what? When you know that the membership is about to be called and you're home or you're on the phone and you say, oh, I got to go. No, keep that person on the phone. Tell them to turn their TV on. You're going to hear my name. You're going to hear my business name. Do you know how many people are hearing your name on a weekly basis and can't imagine what you make. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome? You could be sitting on your couch, listen to this little woman, and she calling your name for the world. I, I've never, ever, and I subscribe to a lot of people that I admire, and they have never called my name. So I want you to know I'm here, I'm the real deal because I share the information. I share the wealth. I tell you how to get it, and I tell you how to get it right now. Okay, this is a new member. She joined last week, and she's still with us, y'all. She is actually in Orlando. She has a unique name, and it's called What the Hem. What the Hem? That could be anything: skirts, dresses, pants, shorts, draperies, all kind of things. Okay, Annette Moody. Annette Moody is a recently member. She rejoined, and thank you for rejoining, Annette. Okay, Shamira Customs, Masterpiece Design out of South Carolina. She's off the chain. Masterpiece Design, she's like a person that's like 10 people in one, or maybe 25 in one. She can do it all. She said, I can't tell you everything. I can do it all. Denise Watson, I want to hear from you, Denise. What are you doing? Do you need some help? Show me what you're making, what your desires are. Life by Livings Lorraine, she's always commenting. I thank you so much. Cindy Soul Boho, always commenting. I thank you so much. Indigo Silk, commenting. Liz Wilson. Liz Wilson's comment, call, buys, does it all. What you got on? Where is that at? I didn't see that. I didn't know you sold that fabric. Love you. Pink Pizzazz Boutique. Haven't heard from you, Pink. Pink is in Las Vegas. What are you making? Are you making plenty of money? Give me a call. Queen of Hearts. How you doing, Queen? Thank you for rejoining. Mildred Desserts out of Mississippi with her bad self, cooking, sewing, and teaching at the same time. Soul Pearls Creations, making some awesome pieces. Dewana Green. How you doing, Dewana? Thank you for being a continued member. Patricia, rejoin. I thank you so much. Blessings, rejoin. Thank you so much. Mary Jones. Let me tell you about Mary Jones. Mary Jones is in DC. Mary Jones is selling stuff at the grocery store, y'all. She is selling off her head. Okay, Mary. Mary is doing great things. She's expanding. She's getting encouraged. She see what I'm saying is working. She's building her inventory. She's buying her fabric. She's getting ready for a great finish of the year. And I'm excited. I am so excited because she went from to okay. So that's how we want you to be. All right. Gwendolyn Tharbs. I haven't heard from you, Gwendolyn. What are you? I know you're making jewelry for somebody. Daughters of Zion. Thank you for rejoining. Sharon Courts. Let me know what you're doing, Sharon. Constance Clinton. Constance Clinton. She's finna change her city. She's finna be the best known designer in her city of Gary, Indiana. And I want you to know she's getting ready to burn some paper. Burn some paper, make some money, go spend some money, and make some money and go spend some money. Awanda Brown. Tracy Davis. How are you doing, Miss Davis? Jean Robinson. Ellen Banks. Miss Ellen, she's making everything. Puppy clothes, jackets, purses, you name it. She can make it. She says, I just don't worry about nothing. And I love that. I'm working on that. I'm not there yet. She said, I don't worry about nothing. Okay, Alice Barnhart. Thank you so much, Alice. Michelle Stringer. Michelle says she's finna get it together. She's finna do this. She's finna do this in a great way. And I love the fact that she's taking it to the next level. Yana Hodgepodge. I need to see you. I need to see what you're making. Miss Bernice Thompson. I know you're busy. Miss Bernice is making kufis and hats and doing sewing and alterations and making time to get this online business going. But I'm gonna tell you something. You always get busy when you're trying to do something else. So what you do is you get to that sweet spot and you work with those clients, and then you make a little time to get this to this next level because you have so many things in your bag. You know, God just give you so many gifts, so many things in your bag. You're like, oh, yeah, I could do that. I could do that. Carolyn Royal. Nina Rose Treasures. Lyrline Rockingham, thank you for coming all the time. Lumina Laser, thank you for coming. And okay, last week y'all was chatterboxes, and I love that. Angela Hamilton, sweet Miss T from the SIP, Linda Brown, and those are our members. Those are our faithful members that make this possible. Okay, when I say what's in the bag, when you go back and look at this video and you see me sitting on a tree stump and I got my bag open and I'm trying to figure out how am I going to make it. Some of you may be at that point, or some of you may have been at that point. But what I want you to know is that you can always return to that point. Anything can happen and you go, how am I going to make it? What am I going to do? And you have to do some soul searching. You have to say, what gift do I have that I can get out of this situation? And in the meantime, what I want you to realize is while you're trying to figure that out, somebody is watching you figure it out. So you are a living testimony to someone else. They're seeing you going through your trials and tribulations and your struggles, and you get with it, and you do it, and you do it. And I'm gonna tell you, someone gave a referral to someone for me in California. I'm in Florida, and they said you gotta buy one of her, treasure boxes. And I was like, she says, she didn't call it treasure boxes. She said, I gotta buy a bag of your scraps. So I said, okay, hold up. Let's get the mindset right. There is no such thing as scraps. Do you know peanut hulls are made into cardboard? You know peanut hulls that we throw away? You know those cardboard boxes that bring all your stuff? If you have a bad crop of peanuts and they're not able to be made into oil, like cooking oil, peanut oil, or peanut butter, or all the other 38 ways that George Washington Carver said you can make peanuts, they can make cardboard boxes. So there is no way. So the lady that called, and I've already shipped her box, she says, I want some scraps and I make earrings. And knowing that I can get lots and lots of different fabrics that I can make earrings would really make it great for me. Now, you know, earrings take a little bit of fabric, and earrings, everybody loves pretty earrings. Everybody loves beautiful earrings. People buy earrings for gifts. People buy earrings for themselves, okay? So she gonna get this big old 12 by 12 box full of treasures, and she gonna probably make, oh my God, she could probably make a couple thousand pair of earrings. So she can take that treasure box, which she calls scraps, which she now know is treasure, and she can make thousands of dollars from one box using those earrings. So when I say what's in your bag, look at you, find a bag, write down everything that you can do on a small piece of paper and drop it in that bag. Can you cook? Can you read to somebody? Can you cut the yard? Can you give advice? Can you sell a class? Can you make a garment? Can you paint a picture? You know, what's in your bag? What is in your bag that can make your life better? And I guarantee you, you have so many things in your bag that you'll be amazed. Now, the reason that I say that, because there are some people who is addicted to the system. If you are watching from somewhere else, some countries do the same thing, but in the United States, they have programs to assist people that have lower income and who needs a stipend for children and different things. But there's a check or a card that makes life a little bit easy. And sometimes that money, most of the time, that money is well needed. Not sometimes. Most time that's well needed. And it covers to help you make it, right? But what happens is we get comfortable. And when I saw that happen today, the reason I came with this because I saw it happen today in my store. And a lady she was trying to use her card to buy clothing. And she asked me, did it work? I said, I don't know. I don't never had anybody ask me could a EBT card work. So she tried the card and it didn't work. So I ended up giving, she was just trying to buy some snacks. She said she just wanted something to eat. She wanted something quick and could she buy some snacks? But I'm a retail store. So my numbers come up as retail, not food store. Okay. So she tried to make it work. Her card didn't work. So I, of course, you know me, I gave it to her. I said, here. I said, but I'm gonna give you something else. She said, what? I said, I want you to figure out what kind of gift you can do, something that you can do naturally, something that you can sell daily and never be without $1 in your pocket ever again in your life. She looked at me like, huh? I said, you got a gift. Can you do hair? Can you braid hair? Can you babysit? And she looked at me. She said, you know what? The way things are going now, I do need to look at something else. So her not having any money allowed me to actually ask her, what is in your bag? What are you doing? What can you do to help yourself? So not only will you be not dependent on your EBT stipend, you'll be able to exceed that. And then guess what? About 2 hours later, another person came with the same situation. Now, she didn't need anything to eat. She was just talking about how she was waiting to get her money. And she did not have any money. And she was borrowing from people until she got her money. And I said, so what are you doing? She says, she says, slow everywhere. I said, it's not slow everywhere. She said, what do you mean? I said, it's calm in a lot of places. And when I say calm, that means that it's calm enough for you to think creatively on what do I need to do? What can I sell to create some income? Because income, like I said before, money always is flowing. It may not be coming to you, but it's flowing to somebody. It doesn't stop. In fact, it's like a parking spot. If you park and you don't pay, you get a ticket. And if you park and you do pay, guess what? The money's still flowing. So, you know, the money is going, I mean, look at that. If you stop and you stop, money, your bill's still going, your gas still running. Okay. Or somebody gonna go, you need to go, you need to go. So you have to figure out what can you do. And when you're at sleep at night and you don't put the effort forward, the money is actually trying to get to you. It never stops. It's just like, oh my gosh. So now I got to tell you this good news. This is good news. Okay. I'm so proud of this person. She's actually watching. I think I saw her name up. Yes, she's watching. She's watching. She's watching. Okay. Okay. I love when I can get somebody. I love when I can shake somebody up. Okay. Before I tell you this story, I need everybody to type real quick. There is no shortage of money. Real quick, play the game, y'all. Play the game. There is no shortage of money. When you say there is no shortage of money, know what you're doing? You are inviting money to come to you. If you say, everything is high, everything is expensive, I don't know how I'm gonna make it. Guess what you do? Guess what you're doing? You're making money run away from you. It's like running, like, oh my gosh. She don't want no money. Let me go find somebody that want money. If you start thinking and practicing that money, there is no shortage of money. There is no shortage of money. I am somebody. I can make it. I will make it. I am doing great. I am prospering. I'm doing what it takes to get there. Where is my gift? I thank you. I receive it. There is no shortage of money. When you start saying that over and over and over, and you are working diligently at what you do, at your gift that's in that bag, honey, look at this bag. Look at this bag right here. This my computer bag. Look at this bag. Okay. Ain't no shortage. Ain't no shortage of your gifts. Look at this bag. Okay? So I know everybody on this channel got this many talents. Got that many talents or more. So if you are short in your income, in your thinking, in your mindset, this channel is to get your mindset for success. Get your mindset so you can avoid distractions. You can hold your own. You can be firm and say, no, not today. Not today. I am figure it out. In other words, you can't solve everybody's problem, but you can sure work on your own, right? So when you get your mindset, the hardest part about this is your mindset. If you get your mindset and you start thinking about things that you can have and things that you already have, and you ask for what you want, meaning you make the item, put it on sale, make it for sale. I'm gonna talk about two people. I'm gonna talk to two people that's watching, and I'm gonna give you their examples. And I want you to know this is why you need the coaching. No matter where you are, get a payment plan, get the coaching, because we are in the midst of getting ready for the end of the year. And once we get it started, you'll be making money when everybody is trying to figure it out. You'll be making money in January, making money in February, making money in March, because I'm going to stick with you to keep it going. Okay, this is where you should be. Now, the first person I'm going to talk about is, her name is Constance Clinton, and she's in Gary, Indiana. And she showed me this picture today. And I'm freaking out because I'm like, okay, what's this? What's going on? What? Who's this beautiful woman? Constance. Girl, you got it going on. Okay, so what Constance did, she's been going through a lot of trials and tribulations, but she found some time. She made some time. She said, you know what? She's actually out of town, and she stopped with her out of town travel to come on live. So that's what this channel means. It means like, hey, it's like a doctor's appointment. I got to go get my injection. Where's Evelyn at? Give me something to pull me on up this hill, right? Because we got off the rocks, but now we got to go up the hill to get the goal, right? We got to go to Ashanti and Ghana and get the goal. So anyway, long story short, Miss Constance has been watching and listening and doing what I said. She had to slow down a little bit because she excuse me, she inputted some things too quickly. We got that straight. So she got her outfit up, and you won't believe what happened. She got this outfit up. The good news is AI loves her outfit. AI loves her first outfit so much that it put a $300 price tag on it. $300 on her first outfit that she done got coached and shown how to do it. And I said, okay, well, how many you got? She said, I don't have but one. I said, one? She said, yeah, that's my own outfit. I said, well, we got to find some fabric, and we got to make some more of them outfits. And she said, well, we don't have no fabric store. I said, well, we finna go find some drapes. We finna go find some sheets. Look, I'm going to find her the fabric she needs. That's my goal, to get her what she needs. Now, AI thought her first garment. It got her online, and she's actually been online for 2 days. Okay. So AI tells how many days you've been on, and then it tells you about the buyer, where you're from, blah, blah, blah. And then it starts telling you how many views. The good thing is she's up and running. She is up and running and getting ready for over 63 million people to look at her pieces, Lord. Can I get a witness? Amen. Somebody. I'm a religious person. Can I get a witness? Amen. Somebody say amen. Amen. Somebody say, Constance, you got it going on. Constance trying to build a store, her business. She's dealing with some death in the family. She's traveling. She's been sick in the hospital. She hasn't missed a life. And she stuck with it. And soon she's going to be reaping her reward. And I'm going to tell you why. Because she's sticking with it when it's hard. She's working through the pain, the agony, the frustration. She's tired of being broke or broken or not having enough. She's just like, I got to do something right now because I need some right now money. So what's going to happen with Constance is, first of all, we're going to get her some fabric lines. And we're going to make sure that when we make something that we have multiple items, because you can't make money if you don't have 10,000 of these. Okay? If you don't have, say 10,000 of these, you can make pens and make money. Really, you don't have to have 10,000, but in the end, I would like for you to have sold 10,000, but we got to get 2, then 5, then 10, then 20. So when we list the items, you got enough for people to put them in their box. In fact, when she was talking to me today, she said, oh, I got 10 things in my cart. No, she said, I got 6 things in my cart. So what happens is when you go looking at stuff and you save it, it's in your cart, right? So just like she's shopping around, she got 6 things in her cart. When other people are shopping around, they got things of yours in their cart. And if you got more items, then they're gonna push it more. But if you only got one item, they're only gonna maybe let 5 or 6 people put it in their cart because they know you can't meet demand. And if you got one item and you don't have any of that item, guess what? You got to get busy like yesterday and say, I got 5. Now, let me slow down. You got 5 items, right? That doesn't mean you have to have 5 items made. It helps, but it doesn't mean you have to have 5 items made. And the reason I say that is because if you got the capacity of having 2 made, then I say go for it. But also list how many more you can make. So if you can do 10, say I got 10. That doesn't mean all 10 got to be made. That means you have the capacity to do 10 and you have 2 made. Think about that. Okay. I'm drinking because I'm getting into it. I'm really getting into it. Excuse me. Okay. Now you got 10 made, right? Or you can make 10. Okay. This is how you look at it. So you got this piece of fabric and you love this fabric and you're making it one way. Then somebody said, can you make me a kufi or a hat or a scarf or a handkerchief or a face mask? Then you can say, yeah, I can make 20 of these. You don't have to make 20, you make one. Take 10 pictures, 12 pictures, okay? So when you got that and you can multiply, it's like having, I got to compare it to cooking. If you got flour, you can batter your chicken, you can make biscuits, you can make donuts, you can make pizza, you can make bread. So if you got, say, 20 pounds of flour and you can make 20 items of each, you only need to make 2. And the reason that I say 2 completely made, because sometimes when you make stuff and you give it your best, like this shirt says quality, and you make it unique, okay? You'll look at that picture and you say, oh yeah, I remember that. But when you start making a whole lot of money, it's best to have 2 so you can look at exactly how you did that. How did I make that? Okay, yeah, I did do it like that. Or I did do it like that. So when you mail it, it's the same as what they see. Because if it's not, that's when you'll have a problem that I didn't have that one rhinestone right there. And you'll be like, oh, I didn't forget to put the rhinestone on. Or I didn't have that one little yellow piece right there. Because when they buy it, they want it exactly like they see it. Okay. So that's why it's important to make 2. So you can look at it. And as soon as you make that one, mail it right away and make another one. Excuse me. That's how you do that, right? That's how you create abundance. That's how you make more money come to you. Because they see it. They see it come in, they see it going out. They see it come in, they see it going out. And then more and more and more money come to you. Okay, so it's getting hot. You're going to get relaxed. Okay, the next VIP member that I want you to know, I want you to give this person a round of applause. Because we've been pulling and we've been pulling and she getting it together, y'all. Her name is Mary Jones. She's out of Washington, D.C. She's walking around the grocery store. And they're saying, did you have that? Yeah. Do you have the information? You have this store? No. Guess what? You know how they say the one that got away, they ain't gonna get away no more. Think of your business as a fishing expedition. You know I love fishing, right? So tonight, all of you are fish. So what I'm gonna do tonight is I'm gonna put a catfish in the tank with you. I got asthma, that's why I'm coughing. Okay, so this is what happens when you put a catfish in the tank. The catfish keep you alive. It keeps you motivated. It stirs stuff up. Okay? When they bring fish to you from different parts of the country, if they're breeding good salmon, they have to put a catfish or some type of aggravation around you to stir stuff up. You ever had that bill that stirs you up? You ever had that child that stirs you up? You ever had that car falling apart that stirs you up? You ever had that rain that comes in and just mess you up and insurance mess you up? It's the catfish in your life. So when you got a catfish, you're forced to get better. I am your catfish. I raise my hand. I am guilty. Okay. I am your catfish because your catfish keeps you alive. It knows you have life. It causes you pain. Why is she making me work this hard? I'm tired. Guess what? Them bills gonna get you, baby. I don't care who you are. Them bills are coming and they coming like rain. Woof, woof, woof. And you like, wait a minute. I have no umbrella. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what do I have any tarps to go in my house? Well, this is what I am. I'm the catfish in your life. All jokes aside. All jokes aside. I'm the catfish in your life to make you strive for your best. I'm here to make you go better, stronger, and faster. And the reason I say faster is because the more you make, the faster you get. When you do assembly line sewing, the faster you get. Now, I don't want you to get so caught up that you got to make so much stuff that you say, oh, she said 20, da, 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 da. I want you to slow down. I want you, especially those who are getting the coaching. I want you to slow down and let's get these stores open. Let's get these online stores open. Because Constance didn't even know she was active, meaning she didn't know her store was live. And then now she got one item in her store. So I said, Constance, would you ever go to a store that only had one item, one dress in the whole store? She said, no, girl, I'd have drove right by. So what I'm saying is, so now we got to just get more items. We got to get more items in the store. And those who are sitting on the bench, I don't know about that woman. I don't know. But I'm trying to tell you, babe, I ain't going to be here forever. You know, I'm not going to be here forever. In fact, I don't even know how long I continue to do this because I love reaching people from all over the world, but business get busier and you get bigger opportunities and you want to make your mark and you know that this will be out there forever. So even now I can only do lives. I can't do those every day because business is busy. It's busy, even though it's not busy. It's like what I'm saying. There's money out there for you. There's money that's everywhere. And our problem is, and I say the smaller community, the make it happen people, we haven't been used to making money. Like, okay, who's had, a couple $100,000 in the bank, petty cash? Who's had $500,000 in the bank, petty cash? So when you're not used to making money, you don't aim high. You aim at just survival. You aim at just being comfortable. And that's by design, believe it or not. If I can get a nice house, or if I can get me a place to stay, if I can get furniture, if I can get to work, if I could just be where I'm not bothered, I'm gonna be okay. But you know what happens? When a bird keeps feeding you, When the mama bird and the daddy bird keeps feeding you, meaning society, meaning the government keeps feeding you, after a while, what happens? Look up at that nest. That nest, shake that nest. Okay. And she pushed them birds out. She pushed them baby birds out their nest. And when them birds start falling, she'll come down one time and she'll help you. And then that second time, if she don't come down, guess what? She let you crash because she realized I can't take care of you all my life. So what happens as you're growing, as you're getting comfortable, you got to start making a way to make it better. And don't get comfortable with just making it. Make more than enough. Have more than enough so you can be a blessing. Not giving your work away, but you can be a blessing to show others you can do it too. If I can do it, you can do it. If you got a roof over your head, remember the lady that was in the group home and they knew she knew how to sew and they gave her a loft to sew and she could get off the loft and go down the street and make money selling hats and scarves and jackets and dresses. She was the only one in the group home that could sew. So whatever your gift is, whether it's sewing, painting, singing, you know what I mean? I had a client yesterday. Oh, Miss Evelyn, you know that outfit you made for me? I said, yeah, I think so. Let me show it to you. He showed me the outfit. Telling you the truth. I'm a truth teller. He showed me the outfit. I made the outfit for him 2 years ago. So he's showing me singing all these songs. And it was in this big old convention center. He said, guess where I am? I said, where? He said, I'm in Trump's place. I'm in Trump's house singing at a birthday party with your outfit on. I said, what? He said, yeah, I need another. I said, you wearing an outfit in the President of the United States home here in Florida. I said, well, was he home? He said, yeah, he was home. I said, was he there? He said, no, he wasn't there. He was somewhere else in the house. Where, he has a big old compound. He said, but he was home. It was layers of places to get in there, layers and layers to get in there. And I was the entertainer singing in one of your outfits in his home. And because I was looking and I was like, man, I've never seen a place like this when he was showing me all the white and all the gold and all the tables and the marble and everything. So what I'm saying is that when you're making something for someone, you never know ever, ever, ever where it's going to land. You never know where it's going to go. You never know, even today, a guy came in, he was waiting on me. At first, I thought maybe he's just sitting on the bench. So I open the door, I come in through the back door, I open the door and I see this older gentleman sitting on the bench. He's 85 years old. I didn't know till he told me. I said, how are you doing? Are you waiting on me? I'm just talking. You know me, I'm a character. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm not going to be in the elevator. You don't know my name. What you doing? How you doing today? Good news or bad news? What's going on? How you doing today? So anyway, I asked him, was he waiting on me? And he just laughed. And then I got the lights and everything on. And then he came in the store. I said, well, how can I help you today? He said, I'm 85 years old and I'm the first doctor in my neighborhood and I'm having a party. And I bought something on my girlfriend. He's 85. He said, my girlfriend bought me an outfit off of Amazon and it's horrible. So I said, I got to get somebody to make me something. And somebody said, go to that woman in that mall. And so, so I'm making my outfit for his 85th birthday. And he told me all these dignitaries are coming to his 85th birthday because he was a great scholar. He taught at Bethune-Cookman College here, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, what I'm saying is you never know where your gift is going to take you. You never know who's looking for you, who's searching for you. That's what I'm saying. Money is not limited. Money is flowing everywhere while people are sleeping there thinking about you. They need those drapes. They need those hats. They need those scarves. They just can't find you. So even if you got the coaching, I'm here. I'm the catfish. Okay, come on now. Come on now. Come on. You come around this corner. Come around this corner. Come around this corner. So my last story before I started talking, my last sale of the day, This lady come in, she got this nice body. I mean, she looking fine. She said, I need a dress. I said, okay. So she had me pull all these dresses down. So finally she found the dress. And I said, wow, that really looks good on you. She bought the dress. Dress was a high-end dress. She gave me a $25 tip. I was like, thank you. So when I say money ain't a shortage, people are tipping. People are buying what they want. And then she left me with this word. She said, I'm 63 years old and I'm a marathon runner. I was like, well, that's why you look so fine, right? And she said, I started off 1 mile at a time, 1 mile at a time. And she said, what I tell myself every day when I run, she said, I say, you can do better. She said, I said, you can do better. And I start off slow. And I asked myself the next time, you can do better. And she said, by the way, we run right past the mall 3 days a week. And we start at 6:30 in the morning. I said, 6:30. She said, yeah, it's hot. So we start at 6:30. And for those, this is how she said she do it. For those who are runners, right? She said, this is how they do it. They do 30 minutes. So if you can do 3 miles in 30 minutes, you do the 3 miles and you go back. So the distance across here is 3 miles. And then she said, if you can't do 3 miles, run for 30 minutes or walk for 30 minutes. And then where you are in 30 minutes, you walk back. So we all end up the same. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful? So what I'm saying to you, if you're sewing and you're sewing something and you can't get it and you can do it within an hour, see what you can sew within an hour. And we all end together. If you can make multiple pieces in an hour, then we come back and we still all together. So the main thing is see what you can do in 1 hour and 2 hours. And when we finish, we all together. So when you put your things online, okay, we can do this in 2 hours. We can do that in 1 hour. And then some of those who can't sew as fast or who can't paint as fast or draw as fast, then you'll just say, I need more time. But that doesn't mean you make less money. Make sure you get your money and you get your money up front. Do not get deposits. If you say, Evelyn, I'm in a lower income area and they just don't have it, I'm going to say, guess what? When they go get gas, they can buy 1 gallon, but they pay for the whole gallon before they get it, right? When they go to buy lunch, the lunch might cost $20. They can't pay half. They pay for it all, right? So if they pay for it all, they'll pay it all for you. And then if they don't, you're making money for the next person that's looking for you. So don't be afraid to let some of them slide off because you'll never get the rest of that money. Or when you get it, it's worth less because you've lost your time to make more items. And the one that have items are the ones that's going to get paid. So back to Miss Mary, if she said, oh, I made this hat and I love this hat, and she got the cutest little face, she have a little hat on, right? And then I made it and I sold it. So guess what? God said, what you were doing? What took you so long? Okay, so what happens is you got more sales coming, but if you don't have the inventory, you go flatline. So if you don't have the inventory, you go flatline. So inventory makes sales. Sales make sense. Sales give you time to be able to think of something else. And when you think of something else, you can just, you can nail it. You can be bam, bam. They send you another sale. Remember this, when you start your online business, it's called trust. You can be as unique, like my shirt say, you can be as unique as you want to be. But if you're not trustworthy, nobody gonna pick you up for long. But if you're trustworthy and you can get that made and you can put it in there. Now, let's back up a bit. Say something happened and you can't get it done in the time you say it. What is that called? Communication. Communicate with your customers. Hey, I'm going to be a little late, blah, blah, blah. Would you please allow me time to finish the process? Okay. Don't just say, hey, I'm going to be a little late. Because you just say, hey, I'm gonna be a little late. What they're gonna do is say refund. So that's when you have to have your refund policy together. So I am Mrs. Catfish tonight. I am your catfish. I am chasing you. I'm chasing you so you can get it together and get these items made and get it ready to sell. Because when you get your items ready to sell, we'll start working on packaging. We'll start working on thank you. Even like Miss Ellen take her remnant and she creates little things. She gets paper and you can create your own thank you card, a memorable thank you card. And that will save you, that'll save you maybe $20 a box. You know, we can be creative. We can be so creative that we'll be unstoppable. And your funds and your bank account will continue to be replenished over and over and over again. Now I'm going to answer your questions because I know a lot of y'all got to get back to sewing. I'll get back to what you're doing. Look, I'm a sewist, a designer, a creator, but that doesn't mean you have to be one to be on this channel and to appreciate the channel. What I want you to do is look at your bag, look inside your bag, see what your gift is, and let's expound on it. Let's take your gift to the next level. The main thing I want you to remember is whatever your gift is, you have to 10 times it. If you can make hats, make 10. The capacity to make 10. If you can make shirts, make 10. The capacity to make 10. Okay, if you make quilts, make sure you can make quilts in a shorter period of time until you get commissioned. When you get commissioned to make your $2,000 quilt, then you say, okay, this is going to take me 3 months or 4 months. And then when you chop up that money in the 4 months, that's the same amount of time as it is to make a few garments per week or sell per week. So we have to look at where we need to be. Let's price our items on the goals we need within reason. Let's make sure we're giving quality. It doesn't mean you got to buy an expensive item to make quality. Let's make the items unique. Like Miss Mary make these wide brim hats and they perfect now. People are outside, it's hot. They don't want to be bothered. They can flop down. They can put their sunglasses, eyeglasses on. Now let's take it to the next level. Let's make it reversible so they can wear that outfit, wear a different outfit with that hat. Let's step it up a notch. Let's keep being unique. Let's keep being creative. Let's keep having endless possibilities to reap your reward. Okay? I'm going to answer your questions. I'm going to ask everybody to give Constance and Miss Mary a round of applause because they selling stuff out there. Look, what I want to tell you about Constance, which I didn't tell you about Constance. Constance's first item, listen to this, $300. AI said that's a $300 value dress. And she told me, her husband said, don't take that dress down. That's right. Because if you can start out and you got a dress or you got an item for $300, remember we were talking about you need an item for at least $250 to get to the $1 million. AI is already ranking her items. She loves making this dress. It doesn't take her any time. All she needs is the fabric. That's not going to be a problem. We just got to find the colors, different ways she can make it, and get each items up. And there is the reason you need the coaching. There is a reason why you have to limit how you upload. You have to trick AI and make sure you're not looking like AI. I am the secret sauce to that. Because if you go fast and you think you're going to do it, guess what they're going to do? They're going to put you on lockdown. Turn this fan on. Hold on. I don't want to be sweating that long. Okay, I'm going to read your Liz is on. She said, hello, everybody. Okay, let's see what Miss Mary said. I guess the hats take me too long because I'm still learning. Okay. Okay, the hats. The hats, look, when you make a bucket hat and you make a wide brim, if it takes you 2 hours to make a hat and you enjoy making the hat, then don't say it takes you too long. Okay? When you make that first hat or that first sale I mean, it's like this. You need the money. God knows we need the money, right? And you need your heart to feel like it was worth the 2 hours or 3 hours, whatever. So what'll happen is when you start making your hats, Mary, and you start prepping your items and you start thinking about that sale, you're automatically going to start like prepping and you'll start getting faster. And what happens too, when you're trying to be perfect, it takes a lot longer. It's supposed to look somewhat handmade. It doesn't supposed to look like it's a paper cutter and it's perfect every time. How many times can you make the same kind of biscuit? How many times can you write your name the same way? Have you ever written your name and you be like, well, who wrote that? And it was you. Oh, that's my name. Oh, wow. Okay. So what we got to do is we got to stop being so perfect. If it got a little Parker, guess what? Your iron is your favorite friend. Like Miss Ellen said, it's all in the wrist and the iron, y'all. It's all in the wrist and the iron. If you press and go, some you might have a little wave, but those hats is more like they're soft, and you can put a cushion in them. And then the ones that take more time, you just put a higher price and be a little bit more unique. Slap a little mud cloth on one side, put a bow on one side, make something detachable. So when it beats you up, then you beat the price up. Okay. So don't beat yourself up when it takes more time. You're just getting used to it. You're used to doing drapes. You're used to doing aprons. So now you done found a golden nugget and it's working for you. And you are in a fashion city. You in DC, they like the chocolate city area, man. They like to be fly. They like to be, oh, you got the concert. They like to travel. DC be going to New York, Chicago, all those places around there, Maryland. They want to look good. So when you making it, just as you make it, these are your introductory prices. That's what you're selling. These are introductory prices. And then it'll get better and better and better. As they get thicker, they cost more. Your fall ones are going to cost more. Okay. But I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. She was like, oh, I made a sale. I made another sale. I'm like, what? Go ahead on. How many more can you make? Oh, maybe 2. No. We're going to get it up. We're going to get our sales up, because once you get those 63 million people looking at you, don't you think a few of them want some? Maybe more than 1 or 2. So we can do this. We can do this. Miriam, thank you so much for coming on. Okay, this is Angela Hamilton. She says crocheting now was sewing earlier. Okay, so this is what happens. When you crochet, now a lot of people are wearing all kind of crochet. They're wearing crochet shorts and crochets, swimwear and crochet. I'm seeing crochet jackets, crochet wedding gowns. So crochet is really, I mean, it's got a big comeback. So you can do both. You got crocheting in one bag, you got sewing in another bag. Now you can see what you can do with those 2 gifts in your bag, and how you can make multiple streams of income and year-round income. Okay, this is Constance. She said, praise God to Evelyn to stir up to go to the next level. Yes, I am going to stir you up because I see too much talent. And I really want you, I want you to know that you're not alone. I want you to know that you're not alone if you're struggling, if you are needing a place to stay, if you are having a financial hardship, if you are having a serious relationship issue, and you don't know how you're going to make it, your gift will get you through all of that. If you're dealing with deaths, if you're dealing with funerals, I mean, everything I'm telling you, I've been through it. Okay. And I mean, my sewing, I remember when I had got divorced, I had $79 and I didn't know how I was gonna make it. And I took that $79 and I just started buying the most inexpensive things that I could buy. And when I started making them, they were selling. And that $79 ended up getting me to Minnesota. I had enough money to go to Minnesota, and I made a lot of stuff for some teachers in Minnesota. And when I came back, I had $2,000 cash in my hand. And I took that $2,000 and I was able to go get me an apartment and start my life and get my freedom. So what I'm saying is I'm not perfect. Never been, never will be. But I done been through some storms, and my gift had brought me out of all of them. All of them. Bearing 2 parents, paying for 2 parents, burials, decent burials, dressing the whole family, and still kept my businesses open. That ain't nothing but God, y'all. The Allah, the creator, whoever you praise. I'm telling you, you can't do it by yourself. You got to find people that do that you got to find people that be around that have like minds. And when you have like minds, you pull your resources together. You motivate each other, just like how you're motivating each other. You're saying, Constance, great job. Miss Mary, great job. Miss Miriam, great job. Miss Mary Tharbs, great job. Miss Pearls, Miss Soul Pearls Creations, great job. Miss Desserts, great job. Miss T from the Sip, great job. Miss Pink Panther, Miss Pink Boutique. That's great job. I'm saying Panther, but I'm calling everybody from memory. But what I'm saying is that when you come together with the group, don't look at the race. Don't look at that I'm Black. Look at that I am a human here to help you. So I don't discriminate. I'm here to help you because somebody somewhere need to hear this. Somebody somewhere need to know they can make it. And you know what? Get to your last dollar. Smell it. Dollar has a smell. Okay? Smell your last dollar and know that will never be your last dollar again. Keep some cash in your pocket. Don't just get used to plastic swiping. Feel some cash. Know what it feels like to have those dead presidents in your hand. Keep some cash so you can know what it feels like and you can value it. And you can feel the energy that it gives when you pass it on and you pay your bills. You earn that to pay your bills. And once you do that, you're going to say, okay, what am I going to make tonight? What am I going to do tonight? And the most important thing you can learn from me tonight, I'm going to read your questions in a minute. Who's listening to me that needs some help? Look in your bag. See what gifts you have. Unlazy yourself. Get uncomfortable. Say what the lady told me today. I can do better. Don't look at anybody else. Look at yourself and say, I can do better. Like me, I can do better. I told myself tonight when I went to my sewing station, I said, oh girl, you can do better. You can do better. You can take time and fold this up. Like some of you told me, my whole living room is a factory. My whole house is a factory. Okay, your whole house is a factory, your whole living room is a factory. Okay, look at where you got your power right here. But wherever else you can do better, do better. Do better so you can create more income. Do better so you can get the coaching. Do better so you can say, you know what? I'm tired of just making $500 extra a week. I'm tired of just making $1,000 extra a week. What can that woman help me do? 407-590-8767. Get uncomfortable with yourself. Be the catfish in your life. Ask for the sale. Sell something. I don't care if it's peanuts. Remember I told you earlier, they took the peanut shells and make cardboard? Whose idea was that? You know why? You can realize this. You know, if you keep cardboard too long and you don't spray around it, guess who want the cardboard? Roaches. So everything is recyclable. Everybody got to eat. Everybody, I mean, that's graphic, right? Everybody got to eat. Everybody got to eat well. We got to take care of ourselves. We got to stop going to the doctor and get a prescription. Sometimes if you just can pay your bills, you feel better. You don't need to go to the doctor. You don't need to get depressed. Your pressure ain't up. Get rid of negative people. Get rid of distractions. Have a little time on your spot for that and move it out the way. Move it out the way. And let's do this. Okay. Okay, she said, let's get to your last stop. Amen. 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 That's Constance. Okay, I'm gonna go up to the top and I'm going to read your comments, because if you leave me a comment, I should be able to answer you. I should answer you, period. Okay. This is Victoria. Victoria from the Chi-Town. I love it, Victoria from the Chi-Town. Wow. Okay, let's see. Miriam says hello. We got somebody from South Carolina. This is blessings. Okay. This is Constance again. She said, don't give up, fight through the storm. We have, every day is a storm. It's raining every day, everywhere, and it's hard. The lighting is harder, it's louder, it's violent, it's crazy. It's like, oh. Linda Brown is chiming in. I thank you, Miss Linda Brown, for checking in with us tonight. I love when you guys are talking so you can see who's live. This is Damalia. How you doing? She said, hey, Miss Evelyn and the boot campers from Oxon Hill, Maryland. She said, okay, I'm going to try to say her name. She spelled it out for me. I love this. Damali. Damali. Do that for me. If I'm not calling your name right, do like the teacher. Damali. Damali. I love that. This is Conscious. As we were traveling today, going through the Mississippi, we found gas for $5. We found gas for $5. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing right now. I didn't buy it. My husband bought me a old reconditioned. It's a really nice SUV. It's a reconditioned SUV, and it's a police. Used to be a police car. And so the police cars, they go a little faster, they turn a little quicker, but they have this thing called flex fuel. And the flex fuel means you can buy a vehicle that's running all the time. And then, you know, it got the code to get in the SUV. But the gas was only like $2.99. I put my daggone Ford Ram truck down. I said, okay, baby, I'll see you next month sometime. I got that SUV. I filled it up. Now, it don't have no air. But you know what? I get me a cup of water. I put some water aside my head, and I'm like, I'm not gonna pay no $4 and $5 for gas right now. I can't do it, y'all. I just can't do it. It's no more gas. You don't get more gas. You actually buy less, because if you don't try much, and then you shouldn't have your car way at the bottom. So that's my testimony about gas. I just feel like this is crazy, and it's gonna get worse. So I have that option. Miss Bernice from ATL, Decatur Way is greater. Let's do this. Miss Bernice is in town. When I say in town, she's chiming in with us. Hello, Miss Bernice. How are you doing? Okay, we have Miss Mary said, you make us feel important and respected when you call our name. And you know what? You know, people that create make the world go around. People that take the time to find something interesting to make and have it available to sell, it's more than the sale. And when you get creators on the same channel and we got the same energy and we're all over the world, that is so powerful. So if you're giving all that energy in one place and we call your name, when your children and grandchildren be saying, what was mama looking at? And what was grandma looking at? And they say, oh yeah, she was on that channel. That lady called her name. Because what's going to happen is everybody that's on the boot camp channel, whether you know it or not, you're going to become YouTubers. You are going to be a branch off of this tree, and you're going to be inspiring someone else. Once you get to your sweet spot and you making enough money that you can say, I'm gonna find an hour and I'm gonna let somebody know they're gonna make it. I'm gonna find an hour to let somebody know I went through that too. I went through a bad roofer. I went through my house falling apart. I went through, how am I gonna do it? And I needed $50,000. And I sold my way to it. This was after I bought that house in Atlanta. After I bought that house, I didn't know the siding was all bad and they had a reclaim on it. I didn't know the insurance wasn't going to pay for it. So what I'm saying is, I am a living testimony that whatever you are going through, no matter how hard it is, fight for yourself. And nobody can do it but you. So when I call your name and you tell me how to say your name, guess what? I'm saying fight, 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 fight for the unknown, fight for yourself, fight for your community, fight for your family, fight for your house, fight to get a house, fight to pay it off, fight to buy a car, fight to pay it off. And if you fight, you win. Okay? The catfish makes you fight because you go, get out the way, get out the way. The catfish keeps you at work. I am your catfish. Remember that. I'm your catfish. I'm here to shake you up. Look in your bag, see what your gifts are, make it happen. Okay. Here we go. We're going to keep going. Now, I want next week, I want all of you all, everybody that's on the live, that's talking, looking, and quiet. I want you to tell me what you sold this week. I want you to make somebody feel good with your gift. Okay, Mildred Desserts. She's a good evening, good people. Mildred she's from Portland. I'm sorry, I said you was from Mississippi. Portland is way up there. She makes desserts, and she don't make just desserts. She make everything. Miss Mildred is in Portland, Oregon, where it rains a lot. And when I went to Portland, I worked in Portland one year, and I didn't know it rained all the time. I got off the plane, I said, oh, it's raining. But Portland got the fruit that's so big because it get all this rain. There's no small, you know, you get little small oranges and small apples. Not in Portland. They got a lot of good food up there. That's right. There's no shortage of money. There's no shortage of money. Like what she says, like what you said, it's the mindset that's constant. Mindset is the key to success. Whatever you put in your mind, you can have. I'm going to tell you something about mindset before I let you go. Okay. When I say there's no shortage of money and it's your mindset, it's like this. Say you have a bill. Say you have a bill to pay. And the bill is, just say the bill is $2,000. Let's say $2,000. And you're trying to figure out how to pay the bill. And you're trying to make the money to pay the bill. And then you get a call or you get a letter and it says that the bill has been paid in full. You can always think the money going to come this way, but the blessing can come from this way. But if you got your mindset open, you can see it happening in front of you. So when you have your mindset, it opens up your eyes. It makes you aware of everything. Like for instance, if you go outside and you see a snake in the yard, most people would say, oh my God, there's a snake in the yard. And if you have your mindset, you can say, oh my God, the snake is eating up all the things around me to keep my house free of rodents. Okay? And I know that's hard. I don't want to see a snake. As you develop, you'll see that the snake is protecting you. So everything, you know how the Bible says, I'm going this way now. I'm going over here, y'all. It says, thy rod and thy staff shall comfort thee. Thy rod and thy staff shall comfort thee. So when that rod and thy staff comfort thee, you know it's going to be okay, right? I was on my way to New York one year, and I had a really good friend. He was the president of the NEA, National Education Association, the largest association in the United States. And I was having a problem with, and you're not supposed to do this, because if you do, you'll get in trouble. You're not supposed to take any type of weapons to New York. It's a firearm thing, right? So I asked this client of mine, and I says, I'm driving by myself. I'm going to New York, and I just feel better if I have my gun. And he said, where are you staying? I said, I'm going to stay in New Jersey. I'm going to catch the train to work. He says, the Bible says, thy rod and thy staff shall comfort thee. Excuse me. And that's all he had to say. And I packed my gun, put my shells out. I got up there, went up there and made my 10,000 miles and came back. So what I'm saying is, learn how to get your mindset where you can see things. Everything you see that looks negative is not negative. Everything that comes in front of you, say you and a neighbor having a spat. It could be to open your mind. It could be to say, you know what? That neighbor really is not my friend. I thought that neighbor liked me. I didn't know that neighbor was jealous of me. That doesn't mean to be mean to the neighbor. That means that your mindset is growing. And when your mindset is growing, it's like a tree. When the tree grow up, the dead leaves have to fall off, right? So as you're growing your empire, as you're growing your business, as you get into the next level, as you're getting where you need to be to get the kind of funds that's going to make you feel better. And trust me, it's not all about money. It's about feeling. It's about helping. It's about being a better person in the community and the family. It's about making people work for what they need instead of asking you for it. It's about putting roadblocks up so you can have an abundance of wealth, because if you don't, whatever you create, you will lose it. They will lose it. It's like being strong, being focused, making it happen, keeping it real, keeping your time precious. When you create, create. When it's a distraction, invite it and then let it go. Sometimes you need a mental break. If it's a distraction, okay, how can I help you right now? And then let it go. And then guess what? When you let it go and you create and they come in and buy, not only are they going to pay you for it, they're going to tip you for it. And we'll show you how to enable those. So those who want to tip you for what you have, even if they don't tip you, offer a upsize. Would you like to get an extra scarf with that? Would you like to get some earrings with that? If they can't tip, or if they don't want to tip, they may want to buy something more. So I'm going to leave that with you. Your rod and thy staff shall comfort thee. Let the catfish in. Me. Okay, Evelyn said I should be doing this. Okay, Evelyn, should I be doing that? Now, be honest with you, I never thought Constance would make it tonight, but she's locked in. She's locked in. She's like, this life ain't for me. I can do better. If you can do better, say you can do better. I can do better. Sometimes confessions are hard. Sometimes, when the preacher says something, he hits you upside the head. You say, oh, thank you. You're trying to save me. Whatever comes off this channel, it's out of love. It's out of respect. It's to make you feel good no matter what age you are. There are no limits. Even if you can't sew, if you can't paint, if you can't write, you can speak it in somebody else. And they can do it for you, and you can reap the reward. Remember the woman with the vessels of oil, and she paid her debt off without them taking her kids? This is what we are. We can pay our debt off. We can take the extra mile. We can make it happen. So those who are sharing your great stories and you are selling, guess what? That ain't even that is so, it's like you know how you say it's like a morsel of sand. That's where you are right now. You just at a morsel of sand. Once you get locked in and you start getting to the next level, you're going to say, wow, what was I waiting on? But what happens is you're making money right around the pond, but now it's time to throw the net out. Throw the net out. When you throw the net out, you're going to be like this. You're going to be all over Australia, India, Canada, China. Because whatever you have, only you can make it. Just think about it. It's your idea. So when you have it and you get on these sites, they're gonna pin it down that it's yours. And if somebody try to take it, you're gonna be able to sue them. And they don't want to be sued because they can go find something else. People don't want to be bothered. They don't want the headache. All right. Angela Hamilton, she says, amen. That's right. Amen, somebody. This is Evelyn of Evelyn's Creations. Have a wonderful evening. I will see you on next Thursday. Remember, make more than one. Give quality. Get engaged. Look, text me. Tell me where you are. I'm going to answer your question. Text me privately. Say, hey, this is where I am. What do I need to do? How can you help me help myself? How can I help you to help yourself? Because only you can do it. Take care, everybody. Good night. I love you guys. I really do. I love you all.